was just telling the people outside when I was listening to you, you really sound like Ralph, or Ralph really sounds like you. Was that something you did on purpose, or was that something that they wanted you to do?
Well, I do like to do different voices, you know. And usually you think of like cartoons or animated films, like the actors go in and they put on some kind of voice. But my main mission for this character was to try to be as honest as possible because he's such an emotional character in a way, you know. He's kind of soul searching and he's sensitive, even though he's 600 pounds and 9 feet tall. Uh, he's got a big heart. So rather than getting caught up in a way of speaking, it was more just trying to speak the truth, you know. So he ended up sounding a lot like me, I guess.
Is that what attracted you to, to Ralph? That he's just, the way he is, and
Yeah, you know, I'm a big person myself. I'm like 6'2", a couple 100 pounds. So sometimes, especially with smaller people, when they meet me, they look at me like, oh my, he's this hulking giant. But I really don't feel that way inside. To me, I feel just normal sized. You know, some people move through the world like they are very big people. I generally don't feel that way. So I could really relate to Ralph in that way. You know, he's this giant human demolition machine, but inside he's just a guy who wants other people to like him. You know, who wants to have a friend. So that makes for a really interesting character, and that was something that really drew me to the character. This journey that he goes on, the fact that he starts out feeling kind of underappreciated and feeling sorry for himself, and he's kind of a doofus too. You know, he's overambitious. He thinks he can just handle it. You know, like, yeah, I know how to do that. You know, like I know how to drive. No problem. I'll just get in the spaceship. Like, that's a very funny character.
Yeah. Well, how does it feel to be playing the lead role in an animated Disney movie? Because it's really, I think it's a really big honor.
Well, it kind of snuck up on me, to tell you the truth, because at first I'm just meeting with one person. I'm just meeting with Rich Moore, the director, and he was saying like, well, here's the idea, you know, and this would be your character. And in general, animation is all in your mind for a long time, you know. It takes almost a year or something before you start seeing actual animated sequences of the movie. You see pictures and stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, but a lot of it is sort of, you know, in your imagination. And then one day I came to work. It was late in the process of recording. We recorded at Disney Studios in Burbank. And I walked up to the building, and all of a sudden my character was all over the front of the building. The entire lobby was decorated with Wreck-It Ralph stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I am the lead in a Disney movie. This is crazy. It was very humbling. And it felt, I have to say, last night, we had our big kind of cast and crew screening where we showed the finished product for the first time, and it was very moving to be part of the legacy of Disney. If I think about how many films touched me as a kid, you know, how much the world of Disney animation has had an effect on me, it was a pretty special feeling to know that I'm part of that history now.
Well, they give me the rep. It's very nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.